record on this now, so it will be recorded for Jack, and we will see what's going on, and then it will be on my YouTube channel later. Finances for Jack by April. 5 cards, please. I don't think it's going to be by April. I think there's something going on that's competing. There's a competitive energy. What we're seeing here, I don't know if you can see this clearly. We've got the High Priestess, then we've got the Two of Cups, the perfect partnering, perfect business thing, and the Moon. There's a little bit of period of waiting. You asked if by April. Sometimes the Moon indicates the period or cycle of a month, and it also indicates a little bit of hidden things that are mysterious, not quite coming through. Intuition is needed in both of these cards. In the middle, there's this conflict going on. Conflict. So I don't know what this is, but I think I've told you in the past to get clear about what it is you want to do. There's also something coming in. Take this as an old lady bossing you, all right? With this clarity also comes a dedication to something. And it's not that you haven't been dedicated before, but it's like pursuing without changing your course is what you need to be doing. This is what feels really strongly about. The Ace of Wands, the business kicks in a little bit later than that. And then the Eight of Wands. Then it happens swiftly. So we're asking by April in this. It feels like there's still a little bit of conflict, still a little bit of doubt that creeps in more than you want it to. And that's just something that happens with us. Sometimes we think, okay, we've done all we can do. Now where's the result? Where's the result? Where's the result? And the divine timing has to be allowed to take place too. So there's something about not necessarily redoubling your efforts, but just staying dedicated to your chosen course. It's important, and not get too scattered. Don't let somebody else hijack the agenda. Now we're going to look a little bit further for the rest of the year. This Ace of Wands that came in feels really, really strong. It feels like that's coming in on the rest of the year. Now let's see what's going on there. The High Priestess is just letting you know that you're leveling up your intuition. Give me just a second with this High Priestess. This is the card. It's a gorgeous looking High Priestess in this one. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay. What I'm getting here is you've studied. You've done the book smart things. You've done the book smart things, Now it's asking you to walk the intuitive path a little bit more, and almost like a literal intuitive path. You know, when you're walking out in nature and you get these intuitive hits, or these knowings, these uploads, downloads, drop downs, whatever it is, revelations. You get this when you're in nature and among nature. This is asking you to get out there a little bit more, to honor the High Priestess a little bit more. And there's something about the way you're breathing when you activate breathing and breath. Now, there is something called, I think it's called dragon breathing or dragon fire breathing. It's when you breathe really, really hot, like people do it sometimes for yoga, sometimes for vocal things. But it feels like the breathing helps you shift and helps open things up. I don't know what that's about, but it's asking about that. It's directing me to tell you to get out in nature and be very, very mindful of the breath work, not the book work, the breath work. Breathe yourself in. Yeah, this is where inspiration kicks in for you. Get yourself in touch with nature a little bit more. All right, let's see what else is going on for the rest of the year, for Jack. Finances wise. Whoa. Okay. That is a lot. We've got packets. So we're going to look down here. See what we got. This came, then we'll go to this packet. The Eight of Wands. So this feels like, to me, you've got a month and then boom, boom, boom. So I'm seeing May, June. This is when things are going to start picking up speed. You've got the book work done, right? So you've got your ducks in a row. You're getting your ducks in a row. You have them in a row. Now you just are learning to get connected a little bit differently. Learning to get connected to where the soul growth lesson is. The focus of the business and making money, that's why you're doing what you're doing. But there's also another purpose in what you're doing with your business. And it's important for you to recognize that that is equal to the money-making aspect, equal to how you're bringing things forward. The example you're setting, the way you're bringing forth light is equally important, if not more so, than the financial scales balancing. Be aware of this. Be very, very aware of this. All right, now what else? We got the Two of Wands, the Ten of Swords, and the Five of Pentacles. The Eight of Wands is feeling like you're setting the ducks in the row. The Two of Wands is comparing the world on the horizon to what's coming in your hand right now. Ten of Swords. Something that feels like, okay, this is tired. This is, It feels like spring is a little late arriving for your business. You know, that spring energy where everything's growing and abundant. It feels like it's a little late. It's not. It's not. It's just giving you a little bit more time for focus. Separating from a certain way of measurement, separating from something conventional is important. This is feeling the poverty and lack. That needs to end completely. You need to realize the world is in your hands. This is how we do with manifesting. And sometimes we think we're doing everything we can to manifest new energy, new business, new this, new that. But we need to also allow divine timing and lessons for growth that are here. This is huge, important. Then next over this, the packet. The packet. Okay. It's giving us the Queen of Wands, the Ace of Wands. The Ace is kicking in again. Now look at this. When we get double, we pay attention. Queen of Cups, Ace of Wands. Queen of Cups is the one that's looking towards the past and reflecting on it, but not wallowing in it. The thing that you love to do, the dreaming again, doing it for the love and the excitement of doing it. I know sometimes it will get a little bit redundant and it's like, why am I doing this? I'm putting so much work in, yet it's not going, it's not going, it's not going. You don't see exactly what's happening under the soil when a seed is planted. You don't see that it's already cracked open or that it's sprouting and trying to push up above the earth. And it feels like that's kind of the stage that things are in. It's cracked open under the soil. It's trying to push, But you got to be patient a little bit with it. Keep doing, keep doing, keep doing. Nine of Wands. Hold your ground. Stay steady on this. Knight of Cups. Don't be pie in the sky thinking. Don't be head in the clouds thinking. Honor the dream, honor the value that you have as far as what you want this to do and achieve in the world. Not just what you want to achieve as far as the money aspect, but what you want to achieve in the world when you're doing your business. Then we have the Page of Swords. You've seen things, you've witnessed things, you know what's what. Be careful of harsh communication and don't be hard on yourself. Sword of Truth is kicking in strong. And then the Emperor. Yeah, it's coming in. The truth is it's going to come in. It's just going to take more time than you want to have it take. Patience is one of the lessons that you're getting in here. And I hate that lesson. I am not the world's most patient woman. And I hate that lesson. And then here we have this. And this is the Emperor. This is calling in the things of the realm to create them to be your own. Now, what I'm getting here when we have the Emperor and the Queen of Cups coming in. These things need balance for the rest of the year. The High Priestess aspect you've got, you know how to tap in. But this isn't wallow and look in the past. This isn't, you need a new measuring stick. I tell you this all the time, but you need a new measuring stick. Like you really, really need a new measuring stick. What am I getting in here? Why am I winning this? It's like if you keep measuring from the old measuring stick, it's like almost, you know, in the old movies or something, they show the teacher with the measuring stick and she'd crack the student's hands. It feels like that's what you're doing when you're measuring. And you're measuring in a strange way. I'm trying, but it's hard when there's no progress and you consistently show. That's, Jack, that's your mistake in thinking so. That there is progress. You're measuring from a, if I could give you a stinger pop right here, I'd give you a little stinger pop, honey, because there is progress. I've seen it when I flip through and I see your videos. There is progress, honey. Don't doubt it. Start measuring your progress in a different thing. Just the fact that you're consistently showing up is wonderful, and it creates progress and builds momentum. And sometimes when that little snowball first starts down the hill, it doesn't seem like there's much momentum. But as it goes and it goes, then it gets bigger and bigger. That's what you're doing, sweetie. That's what you're doing. So that's what I've got going on for you. And that feels complete. Don't measure the momentum in the old way, because it's just like banging your hands with a yardstick. It doesn't serve. No, just continue, consistently continue. The progress is there. It is there. No, don't doubt your progress just because you're not seeing the financial result yet. That is a flawed thinking. That's not a true measure of what you're doing, what you're offering, what you're bringing forward, okay? All right. That's complete. I'm going to get a little bit of water, and then I'll get a cough drop, and we'll keep going. And hopefully the voice will keep going. Aaron for a full. Okay. Aaron, did you have a specific question? I'll look and see if I see it in here, but I might have to have you retype it. So I just see full on here. So I see your payment, but I don't see your question. Yeah, hydrate in a big way. I'm going to get another. Get another sip of water, guys. Okay, water, cough drop, and then Aaron. Okay, and I'm not seeing your question, Aaron, so if it's a full and it's a general, we're totally good to do that. Your path and the people around you. You got it. We're going into one of Nell's decks. It's a very, very fairy deck. It's a steampunk fairy deck. It's illustrated kind of whimsically, but we're going to see what's going on. This is where we're going. Okay. Your path and the people around you. Now, I'm going to flip this down for you, Aaron. Let me flip this down here. Flip this down here. Let's see what's going on. Aaron, the path and the people around you. I feel like my desk has suddenly gotten so small. It feels like you're feeling a sense of confinement and that you're not feeling like you are connected to your soul family or enough of your soul family. Like maybe where are your friends and when are they showing up? That kind of energy. Feels like your world feels small to you and that you want to expand. And there's a little bit of chicken shittery going on about that. There's a little bit of you holding back energy coming forward. Yeah. Interesting. Okay, so we've got Nell showing up. And Nell showing up, and usually she's kicking in the water and kicking by the stream and splashing. She's almost in the position of the Four of Cups. She's trying to show me this position where there's almost like a refusal to move forward, even though you need to move forward, even though you need to get out there. Yeah, you don't want to go out and take the chance. You feel like you meet people and keep getting disappointed. Yeah. It's not their job to meet your expectation. It's your job to get out there and offer what you can offer, is what's coming through. Nell is like this. Now, Nell doesn't usually get bossy, and this is young Nell, not older Nell getting bossy. You go out there in order to offer something up to the world, and what you receive back is none of your damn business. It's not that we don't want friends or we don't want soul connection, soul family, and soul tribe, but when we go out there and have an expectation of somebody else to be our version of themselves, that we are always disappointed. So let's see what's going on here. Aaron. Okay. I want to look at your question and see if I can phrase it a little different before we go in here. Okay. Okay, hang on. You're welcome, Jack. You're welcome. Your path and the people around you. Okay. If it's okay with you, I want to ask the question, how do you create deeper connection with those around you? How do you draw forward the soul tribe and soul family and meet them where they're at, and also do well in the exchange of doing that? So how do we ask that? How do you deepen your connection with your soul family? And sometimes that connection is just a little smile that goes back and forth between strangers. Sometimes that connection is having mischief and feeling something going on in the energy crackling around. And sometimes that connection is the friendship that's longed for. We've got the Tower and the Six of Wands coming in. This is very, very interesting deck here. We've got the Steampunk Fairies coming at you. Look at all this chaos and craziness. All the fun, all the play out, and all the laughter that comes in with these cards. Usually this one is riding the horse. And this is all the chaos coming down from the Tower. I want to see what's going on with this. I'm going to flip it down again. Flip these down so you can see. That makes sense? Good. Okay. How do we deepen the connection? I don't know what they call them. I don't know if they're called Joshua trees. We call them Jabberwocky trees. There's a lot of them in California, and they have really bent, squirrely branches. Not that there's squirrels in them, but they're wacky. They're strange. Allow yourself to enjoy the adventure is what I'm getting. The work is taking some of the joy out of it. You do things because you do them second nature, and that's going to be there already, but take the work out of it. Start enjoying what it is around you. Start offering up. This is going to be the main character energy in your own life. They aren't the main character in your story. You are. So when you pursue things from that vantage point, from I am the Batman, I'm the student, I'm ready, I've got the talent, I've got the gift, I'm going to go share it. It's a lot different than I'm going to go and please give me something. Please, I want to receive. Please, I want to receive. No, you already have plenty going on in a good direction. You need to go share it more. And then the dancing through something. Something's coming it through. And this is usually the card of spring. This is weddings, births, graduations, all that stuff where you're crossing through a threshold. When you cross through the threshold and you dance through the threshold, it means you're shifting something. You've got to let something in the way that you've done things in the past go. Enjoy the exploration, enjoy the connection, and put yourself out there a little bit more in a few different places. It's important for you right now. Then we have the Two of Swords. There's choices that need to be made, and you need to get out of your logical head. This is somebody that's turned their back on their emotions, and this emotion of play, this emotion of fun, the emotion of it, making friendships and enjoying that rather than feeling like it's work and you might just be disappointed. You can be friendly to a stranger and not feel like you have to get anything out of it. Feel like you need to build your own family instead of trying to fit in. Yeah, and build your own self. You don't have to fit in with anyone. All you have to do is keep going towards things that draw you naturally, things that are second nature to you, and don't let that feel like work. So if painting or baking or knitting or whatever feels like second nature to you, then start going towards those things. Yeah, exactly. And do your own thing. Yeah, you got it. And what else is going on? What else does she need to know along the path? Loving this. All right, we have the Eight of Cups. This is going towards what you long to do, not towards where there's no evidence of anything. If you've gone towards a certain place, and it's not fulfilling to you, don't keep going back there. If you go to a certain class and it's just not what you thought it was, just because you've paid for it doesn't mean you have to keep going if it's just totally rubs you the wrong way or not your thing. Now, don't give up on something too soon, but it feels like you'll have plenty of evidence. You'll know when you need to leave a thing and go towards something different. Then you have the High Priestess kicking in and the Ace of Swords kicking in. Nell's kicking her feet now. Nell, what do you want to do? Oh, okay. She's showing me as if you were to go and you want to kick and splash in the stream, but you're out in the middle of, I don't know, Moab or Arches or Zion's Park, and it's all this red rock, beautiful, beautiful stuff, but you're wanting to kick your feet in the stream of water, and it's hard to come by out there in the desert. It feels like you need to go find the stream. Yeah, go to the well that feeds you over and over and over again. We're getting this. And use this truth magnificently. The sort of truth that being in integrity with yourself, use it magnificently. Keep going, keep going. There's something about being our own wonderful weird that's super important to us, because if we try to be what others want us to be, we always fail at being ourselves. We want to be who we are, and we want to be loved and accepted for who we are. But if we're uncomfortable doing that, that's not as easy to get a good response, because there's this level of discomfort. Go be who you are. Go to the stream. If you want to kick the water around, go kick the water around. But you got to go to the well that feeds you. It's super important. What else is going on? Okay. I want to take 5 cards in a row, see what's going. We're going to take a look at this. Go down here again. Same deck, second deck. What else does she need to know for her path going forward? I'm getting something about a pie being baked in the Little Red Hen. I'm looking at this card and I'm getting the story of the Little Red Hen. The Little Red Hen. Little Red Hen is a great story, but also she's a great martyr too. So don't let the Little Red Hen be your MO. That's not how it goes. Don't do for others, and then be mad that you're not getting something back. No, do for others if you feel like doing for others. Do what you want to do out of your own heart, out of a sense of freedom, and then see who wants to join. If you're busy, so busy engaged in having fun, so busy splashing in the waters, others will want to join you in the stream. That's what I'm getting coming through. Right here we've got the 10 of Swords. There's something that needs to be moved on from. The 7 of Cups. Just choose your choice. Don't procrastinate. Don't put things off. And don't have unrealistic expectations. People can only meet you from where they're at. So if it takes a little while for people to meet you where you are at, it's because they're not in the same headspace. They're not on the same page. People are allowed to have their own different curriculum and their own different pacing, and it feels like that's what you're experiencing. The Tower comes through one more time. A lot of us have experienced this Tower coming in, and this is a big deal. And it's when we have a truth come through that's huge for us. We know what it is, but we have to kick the rubble out of the way and rebuild. And it feels like you're kicking the rubble out of the way and setting up to rebuild. So allow yourself the time to do this. This was a big thing. When the Tower comes through, everything crashes. When we outgrow old friendships and they're suddenly just not there, kind of freaks us out for a little bit. Sometimes people ghost us, or sometimes we don't know what to say or how to reach out. Maybe we've offended someone, or maybe they've offended us. We don't even know why. But the thing we have to do is continue being who we are moving forward in our truth as strong as we can and rebuild something new. That's what I've got going through. The building of something new. You can't build on an old shit foundation. You've got to build on a really something solid. It has to be you being true to yourself. That's the foundation you need to start with. Seven of Wands comes through. Hold your boundaries. Sometimes we feel very much cut off guard, and it's not that we are needing to be just hopping around on one foot all the time. No. Nola's showing me she's playing hopscotch in the stream. Who would do that? It's a foolish thing. She's going, no, no, no. No hopscotch in the stream. What else you got now? No hopscotch in the stream. No hopscotch in the stream. Jumping on the rocks and ouch, ouch on the toe, ouch on the toe, ouch on the bum. No hopscotch in the stream. She's saying be sensible in how you're doing this. You don't have to hop around on one foot. You don't have to defend. You need to be playing in the stream in a way that makes sense. In a way that's fun for you. That isn't just you meeting everybody else's expectation. Next up, the Hermit in reverse. Yeah, it's time to get out of hermit mode. It feels like you've been going through dark night of the soul. It feels like you've been trying to get the higher lesson. It doesn't mean that this is going to last forever, but solitude is something that is different than loneliness. Being alone is different than being lonely. Solitude is something you will learn to enjoy your own company, and you'll learn to enjoy things that you do more and more and more. And as you keep going, it's going to deepen and deepen and deepen, and you won't mind your solitude so much. You'll embrace it more and more and more. But also the playfulness and getting out is huge important. And this is something where you go and you share. Yeah, you share. That's what I've got. That feels very, very complete. Travel a different path than what you've traveled. Give yourself a detour. Whenever you travel the roads, say you go from your house to the grocery store or wherever, take a detour, take a detour, take a detour. Start taking detours. Yeah, you need to see new things. You need to stop and smell the roses. You need to take the detour, get out of the car, stop somewhere and just enjoy the freshness of nature around you. Yes. It's like telling me you're on your drive to the grocery store or whatever. You decide to take the long way. Instead, you get out of the car. You're looking around you, seeing what's going on, the trees, the pond, whatever it is. And you're enjoying that. And it feels like when you take the unusual routes, that's when there is more connection. The routes that you're taking now don't always take you to where you want to go. So start taking a different route. That feels very complete. That's what I've got for you, honey. I hope that makes sense. It's gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And Nell did like a final splash, almost like a splash of splashing the water, like kids playing in the pool, splashing water and having really a lot of fun. This is something that you could be re-engaged with, the fun factor. Life has been a little too serious and a little too heavy for you. So continue in fun, and that will help you a great deal. All right, that's what I got. Okay. All right, let me get a little bit of water, and we'll go to the next. Kim, if you let me know what's coming next, that'd be great. Okay. Krista, blind in a pinch. Okay. Krista, a blind in a pinch. All right, let's see what we got going here. 1 second. Oh, yeah. Okay, we'll do the blind first and see what's going on. I've got the Beyond Lemuria cards, the Wisdom of Avalon, and this is like Amy Brown Fairies Oracle deck, so let's see what's going on. Beyond Lemuria. What is that about? Okay. All right, I'm going to flip this down so you can see what's coming in. We got these two here. We've got Lumen Essence and Beyond the Mind. Okay. We've got the Goblin and the Deer. Okay. I want 2 more. Okay. These are coming out kind of staggered. All right. I want to flip these so I can read these because I'm not good at reading upside down. The deer is talking about gentleness and diplomacy, and the goblin is talking about the wounded human ego. So there's the deer. There's the goblin. Luminescence. This is like a kid that refuses to do their homework just because they're being a punk, not because they don't enjoy the subject matter and not because they don't enjoy what happens when they actually do it. They just are there's a sense of defiance coming in. You can see in the card, this is huge, huge, huge. And the luminescence is saying you need to practice something that is going to bring more light in. This is immediately gave me, you need to practice seeing the subtle energies. So whether you practice seeing someone's aura, whether you practice seeing your own energy, it's asking you to practice seeing the subtle field a little bit more. Now, if people are learning to read auras or learning to see auras, sometimes they'll look at something and then wait for their vision to blur and keep practicing it that way. There's also a getting in the zone, and sometimes that's a little bit tricky to do, but this is what's going on, and you have to go beyond the mind, and you have to go into this space where there is trust coming through in a big way, where it leaves the doubt behind, where you leave a space for the guides to come in. You leave a space for your intuition to meet your imagination. Sometimes we go, oh, that's just my imagination. I must have just made this up, blah, 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 blah. No, your intuition will come through. You'll know, yeah, you can go to whatever meadow or field in your own mind. You can go to wherever it is in your imagination. But then when it starts being populated by animals or guides that you don't know, that you haven't seen before, and the story starts unveiling itself, it's because you've practiced seeing them. You haven't shut it down. This is you needing to do the homework. Yeah, this is where you need to do the homework and go into the space, go into the space. Now, here we've got autumn, and then we've got wishing you health beyond the mind. This is something you need to be at ease mentally when you're doing this. So be soft with your mind. Don't let the chaos be there. So it doesn't mean you have to have boring meditation music, but it means you need to have your mind in a space where it allows flow to happen. There's a traveling through the patch that is important here. There's pumpkins rendered here, and there's mushrooms rendered here. But what I'm getting is traveling through the patch. It's not so much a maze or a labyrinth, but it's a patch. This is what I'm getting, traveling through the patch. You understand that perfectly? Yeah. There's also something about berries coming in really, really strong. And I don't even think that it's strawberries. It feels like something like cranberry mint. I don't know what that's about. This is the colors that are coming in, and they're giving me cranberry mint, cranberry mint, cranberry mint. These are things you need to look for. These are things that you can recognize. Yes, yes. Yeah, okay. Thank you. What I'm getting is you can recognize how sometimes when people sing, their voice sounds a certain way. Like for me, Cher's voice always sounds burgundy to me, right? Dolly's voice always, to me, seems like a very, very clear, sparkling blue, almost like the turquoise of this cloth that's here. So this is the way you can kind of dial in. Start understanding color around you, even when it's not present. When you're hearing music, there isn't color just splatting anywhere, but your mind will carry you and have you look to things in a different kind of way. Go beyond the mind, luminescence. Allow yourself to play with this. She's playing with frequency, just and playing with light, just like you would play with yarn or something. Allow yourself to untangle things. Allow yourself to move through things in a different kind of a way. Yeah, okay, I'll get them 1 second. Zebio Angel language cards. I'm being asked to get one for you from this. This is just how you start. If you start doodling, drawing, whatever it is, that's a good thing to do because it allows your mind to create a little bit of gap space. Okay. Okay. All right. I'm just going to show you these. You can. Oh, okay. This is an easy one. Unconditional love. This is an easy doodle to start with. Courage is coming through in this form. And then the next one is grace coming through in this form. Allow yourself to do this. Allow it to come through. You don't have to be proficient in just Zebu. You have to be proficient in allowing that gap space to be there. Is there anything else? No, that's it. That's complete on that. All right. Let's see what's going on the pinch for you, okay? Yeah. Luminescence. There's more light going on, and your ability to play with the energy is bigger than you even think. It's way bigger than you think. Yeah. I've probably told you to do skywriting in the past, but if I haven't told you, or if you need reminded skywriting, you can take a stylus and you can write these symbols in the air. Send your intention out there. If you want to add courage to somebody who's going through a tough time, you can do this. So yeah, skywriting needs to be remembered. If you haven't practiced it lately, go ahead and practice a little bit each night. It won't hurt. It gets you in tune with yourself, in tune with the flow, and in tune with the energy. Do your homework, kiddo. That's what's come through there. Okay. All right, 1 second. And when I call anybody kiddo, that's not meant to be condescending. That's just, that's out of love more than anything else. It's not kiddo like, I don't know all the answers. Hell, I don't know all the answers. I wish I did. Nobody gets the cheat code, right? We don't get to hack our own lessons. There's no shortcut through the lessons. Okay. All right. And a pin. That's a great idea. And yeah, I did tell you that. Okay. So a pinch for Krista. Let's see what's going on. Oh boy, a big pinch. Holy moly. Okay. All right. So a pinch. Let's see what we got. Good, good, good. Glad you're not offended. Okay. All right. So I've got to find my stylus again. Somehow when I went out of town, I haven't been able to find my stylus. All right. We've got the paper clip here and leading to this heart. This is one flow of energy coming through here. So I'm going to set this a little bit separate. Hopefully you can see it. There's 2 hearts in the solar. There's a butterfly, the cat with the back turned. Aries season, yes. Okay. There's something about bravery and courage that needs to come through with the Aries season coming through here. This is coming through Aries, Aries, Aries. Instead of the soft little lamb, it's coming through more like the ram, making a power move. Don't forget to clip something. Don't forget to bring something. Whatever it is, there's something that you need to remember to get, whether you clip your keys to your purse or whatever it is, there's something that you need to clip, add to, add to, add to, and then observe. There's something about this that's asking you to observe. Observe what happens when you move like the butterfly. Observe what happens when you take your time. The butterfly isn't frantically flapping wings, flapping wings, flapping wings. They're flapping wings and floating, flapping wings and floating. It's like when an eagle glides. This is glide time now for you. This is 2 hearts. And this is not indicating 2 people so much in this time. It's the double-hearted gold. This is something ancestral coming through. And then this 3rd heart here that is receptive, ready to be filled. Ready to be filled with treasure. You've got the pearl coming right here. I don't know if you can see that, but I think you can. Hopefully you can, right there. And it is a big deal. The heart needs to be open and receptive to this glide time. This is like pushing forth, pushing forth, pushing forth, and then glide. Yeah. I'm getting also like if you see somebody go hang gliding, they run off the edge of that cliff, and then they allow themselves that glide time. This is what you're preparing to do or you've recently done, and you need to be in the flow, in the glide. Yeah, in the glide. The butterfly transforms from silver to gold. There's something going on here that's big, big, big. There is a stubbornness going on here. We've got the guitar music coming in through here. What's going on with this? So what's coming through here and what I'm getting referenced is there's a stubbornness about this butterfly. And this is something about really digging into a gift that you have. Digging in and sharing a gift. I'm getting references to Dolly. I'm getting references to her determination to make something of herself and what she had as her gift and how she used it. And this feels like this is to remind you that this push to use your gift is important. This push to use your gift in a gentle way it's important for you. You have 1 leaf in a book. This is interesting. Just 1 leaf in the book right now. And as we live our lives, each day is like another leaf stacked into our book, stacked into our book, stacked into our book. And there we going, there we going. Now, interesting, we mentioned running off the cliff like the hang glider. What we've got here, is the Fool. I don't know if you can see this well enough. I'm going to pick it up if I can. Oh, okay. So there's the Fool coming through. He's on his journey, on his way. This is a new leap of faith that you'll be taking. This feels like it's coming up. This doesn't feel like it's coming up until July. I'm not sure what that's about. Can I get a clarifier in there? Yeah. Hang on. We're getting a clarifier on that Fool. I want to see what's going on there. Something in July for you coming through. What do you need to know the lesson in July? Move on, move on. Something that you're finishing up right now, and it's going to let you move on and take that leap of faith. Yeah. You're going to feel like, oh no, can I really do this? You're going to be a little bit stressed out on this. Anything else? Yeah. You're going to have friends around you celebrating your readiness to do this, to take on something new. Surround yourself with those that celebrate you, those that lift the glass to you, not anybody that doesn't understand or doesn't get you. No, be where you're celebrated, not where you're tolerated, and take the leap of faith going forward here. Now let's see what's going on over here. The gift coming through in spirit, the gift coming through, the tangible gift coming through, the heart being turned over. There's a gentleness that's coming through. And although this little pink heart right here, it says love, the word that I'm getting across here is brave. So I know that it says love. I mean, you can clearly see that it says love, but the word that I am getting is brave. So there's something you do in this leap of faith that is a test of bravery. Then there may be travel coming up for you after July. We've got the ship going here, and leaving the rough waters for the smooth is always what the Six of Swords indicates with the ship. I don't know if you can see that one, but that's what's coming up. There could be some travel going on down the track for you, but there is to take a leap of faith is important for you. Brave needs honored coming up. Is there anything else you need to know? Sailing, this is the thing. It's the sailing, the energy of the wind in your sails, the wind at your back is coming in so strongly. We've had hang gliding. We've had taking that leap off the cliff. This gets to be the gentle gliding, sailing energy coming through after July. That's what I've got. Things get profoundly easier. It's like you've learned how to get into the flow. You're going to Scotland in August. You're probably going to love it. Probably absolutely love it. So that's what I got for you, honey. That's complete. Holy cow. I love that. That's great. Okay. All right, let me put this back into the charm box. Scotland in August. That's wonderful. Okay. All right. Kim, how are we doing? Thank you so much. Amazing as always. You're welcome, honey. You are so, so welcome. No problem. No problem. So, Kim, let's see how we're doing. And if the list is clear, I'll do a collective, and then we'll call it if the list is clear. So, okay. All right, let's do a collective. If anybody wants on the list, this is the last call. We'll do the collective, and then we'll see what we can do, and we'll let the voice have a little bit of a rest. Okay. All right. We're going to the Star Maiden cards for the collective. Let's see what's going on here. Star Maiden cards. All right. That was one of the duplicate decks, so let's see what's going on here. It feels like a fever has broken. What's going on with that? Feels like a fever has broken. The Eight of Wands, such swiftness, swiftness, swiftness. There's major betrayal energy that's gone on for a lot of us, and we felt very isolated, alone, lost, a little bit of abandoned, a little forlorn. Now, many of us have had this feeling around us in the energy. It's been a very, very long winter for a lot of us, but the Eight of Wands is here. Eight of Wands asks us to put our ducks in the row. Eight of Wands says things are going to hurry up, speed up. There's frenzy. There's a increase in the pacing coming up. What is this about? The light has been shown on something, and it's going to continue. The lights can continue to be held, even though we've been feeling like that we've been abandoned or alone. We're learning how to hold our own light and to continue to hold it, whether or not people can see what's right in front of their face or not. We hold the light and help those that want to see. There are those that will be willfully ignorant. They're the nanny boo-ha, the sneaky Pete's of something. They're the ones that are the thieves and go around ripping themselves off, doing self-sabotage, and not covering their own ass, not protecting priorities, just taking from others because they don't think they have enough of their own. This is the time where you offer to people that offer equally, not to people that don't offer equally. Don't offer your cup to someone that has nothing else in return. I'm not saying don't be charitable. I'm saying don't spend your time and your energy among people that are just there to make nonsense. If all they're capable of is making nonsense, if they're going to be so blind that they just want to take, if they're coming from a fear mindset, lack mindset, strongly crazy lack mindset, don't put yourself in their energy. What else do we got? The new energy that wants to come through. The new energy that wants to come through. It's coming through. It's here. The hermits are going through the threshold now. The hermits are learning to celebrate. The boundaries that they've learned to hold is important for them. And this refusal, there's no more time to pout, no more time to be moody broody about something. We're moving on. We are going to see the divine gift because we've gone within. This is sometimes a card of going in for meditation or navel gazing, but after a period of time of dark night of the soul, you got to get on out there. That's what it feels like that we're doing. The navel gazing period is over. The happiness is returning. There is more joy, more unity returning. Believe it or not, that's what's going on. And the world is opening up in a different kind of a way. There's always going to be chaos in the world. There's always chaos and crazy in the world. We are being asked to stand in the gap, holding light, sharing what we can from a space and place of love. We are asked now at this time to stand for ourselves, for our community, for those that we love. We aren't being asked to be foolish. We aren't being asked to prove a point to somebody that has cloth for ears and nonsense in the mind. We're not being asked to deal with them. We're being asked to stand for the truth that we carry. Anything else? What is this one? The Empress and the 3 coins. Divine Feminine rising is huge right now. And there is teamwork coming together. There are benefactors. There are people that want to work together to create plans that help us move forward. There are people that is soul family that help us, and maybe in a big way, maybe in a little way, but they add value to what we're doing. And we keep going with our plan. We keep going, honoring the Divine Feminine, being receptive to that which helps us grow, not to the crap, not to the nonsense. Be aware of what it is that you are consuming. Be aware of what you're consuming mentally also. This is important for us right now. Divine Feminine, the Empress knows what she wants to receive, and she knows that she's not out in the cold. She knows that she's not the poor little match girl. She would never mistake herself for that. You could take away all her finery, she would know she's the Empress. She knows she's the Empress because she's the damn Empress. She knows what is her birthright. She knows the divine works within and through her. This is huge. She was in your collective today too. Good. That's what I've got. It feels very complete. This is us on the breach of this gap, holding the light in whatever way that we can, and holding the light for ourselves as well. Letting us hold the light for self means not allowing the nonsense and the bullshit to overwhelm us, taking the break when we need to. And really, the Empress knows how to treat herself well, and this is what we need to be doing. Taking good care of ourselves. All right, that's what I've got, everybody. If the list is still clear, then I'm going to call it today and let my voice rest. Kim, how are we looking right now? I will take care of me. Thanks, Susan. Thanks. I will get more rest and hopefully a little bit stronger voice with each day. I'm feeling a little bit better, and hopefully then I'll be on a little later, maybe this weekend. I don't know if Phil and I are going to come on together when he's home or not. We'll see what's going on. But I'll let you guys go for now. And if I'm not on in the next couple of days, I'll be on Saturday or Sunday and see what's going on then. All right. Much love, everybody. Bye for now.